For those who don't know, my name is Billy Joe. I was the head football coach during Henderson Mosley's tenure at Central State University, 1988, 1992. I was ecstatic when Mo's lady, Gina, asked me to make a statement about Mo today at his memorial service. I had a very special relationship with Mo because I was not only the head football coach and athletic director at Central State University, but I was also the quarterback coach. And of course, Mo was an unbelievable quarterback. Mo was everything all of my great quarterbacks were. He had great size, a real strong arm, was super intelligent, outstanding speed. He had the ability to maneuver, and he could shake hips faster than a hula dancer. Let's go back to the genius of meeting Mo. And that was, of course, in Washington, D.C. I had created a pipeline of recruits from Washington, D.C. to Central State University back in the early 1980s. As a matter of fact, my first recruit for our outstanding program in 1981 was James Woody. James Woody was an outstanding quarterback for me, a great coach, and at that time, he was in the process of recruiting Mo in Washington, D.C. And Coach Woody asked me to come down to D.C. to take a look at him. So I journeyed down there with Woody to take a look at Mo, and I discovered that Mo's high school coach was my teammate with the Denver Broncos in 1963. So I had an opportunity to really find out what Mo was all about. So I asked Bob Hedden, my old Denver Bronco teammate, tell me a little something about your quarterback and be honest. And he said Mo was a quality individual, outstanding student athlete, a great football player, and who had a lot of drive, desire, and determination, great integrity, outstanding character, and he would do everything that you want him to do. And when Mo arrived on our campus in 1988, he was exactly that. He was a quality individual. Mo was a diamond. And as we know, a diamond has great brilliance. It has a great glow. It's very special and it's very expensive, but also diamonds have flaws, and of course Mo had flaws as well. We all have flaws. But in 1988, when Mo arrived on campus, he displayed nothing but brilliance. Florida A&M wanted us to play them on their campus. They gave us a big guarantee, and when that happens, of course, you're supposed to lose to that team. But Mo was not going to let that happen. Mo almost single-handedly beat Florida A&M University by himself as a freshman. And the Rattlers coach at that time was Ken Riley, and he still calls me periodically and wants to remind me how great Mo was during that game. 1988, we were also Black College champions. 1989, we were Black College champions because Mo was still there with us, leading our program. But also in 1989, Mo showed me the funnier side of his character. We were in Minnesota, upstate Minnesota, Moorhead State University we were playing. The weather was really cold. It was probably about 40 or 45 degrees below zero wind chill factor. And on the sideline during the game, I noticed that Mo and the offense was in an enclosure with a hot air blower trying to stay warm. So I said, Mo, you're the leader of this offense. Get the guys out of there. We have to play a football game here today. I said, look across the field. Morehead State University, their players are not in their enclosure trying to get warm. They're out there ready to play. So I went back to the sideline to continue coaching. And about 10 minutes later, I saw that Mo and the offense was still in that enclosure. So I said, Mo, hold it. Wait a minute now. You're going to have to get out of there. Get your ball players out so we can play. You understand that, Mo? So Mo said, Coach, look across the field now. Morehead State University players, they're in their enclosure now. So I just had to laugh at Mo and walk away. But we eventually got out of that enclosure, and I think we put 50-plus points on Morehead State University. And, of course, we went on to win the National Black College Championship that year as well. And, of course, in 1990, Mo led us to the NAIA National Championship as well. 1991, Mo did not play. 1992, Mo led us to another National Black College Championship and the NAIA Championship. Mo was just an incredible football player, a great athlete, and we're going to all miss Mo. Mo, rest in peace. We'll see you on the other side. For God, for Central, for State. Amen.